Underneath the mist of the majestic Ozark Mountains in northwest Arkansas is the historic Victorian resort town of Eureka Springs. Native American legend talks about the town's healing powers, a spiritual town that has attracted artists, writers, filmmakers, musicians, and the world's leader in audiotherapy. At the base of a historic Main Street building is an unmarked studio. This is home to Prescription Audio, a small technology company that has been developing audiotherapy for almost a decade and has emerged as a world leader in audiotherapy, on the cusp of audio pharmacology. Created by musician and composer Rod Slane, Prescription Audio has developed proprietary and protected protocols for audiotherapy that have garnered the interest of people and clinicians around the world.
We started purely as an altruistic endeavor. Having worked in sound design and as a composer, primarily for film and television for over 30 years, I was always intrigued with how the brain reacts to certain notes and frequencies. In music, certain frequencies can have very powerful harmonic overtones, which are interpreted by the brain subliminally as an emotional response. In film work, carefully composed music can be used to cause anxiety and to make people feel sadness. I always focused on the opposite. I knew that sound and vibration could also be used to create a sense of calm and ultimately happiness. And science shows that when the brain wave is slowed, it sets off natural neurochemicals that reduce stress and anxiety. I was originally looking for an effective way to turn off the nearly constant state of stress-induced fight or flight that I and many of my friends were living in. I started creating programs and found that they had a profound impact on my own life. My friends started to see the change in me and asked if they could try them as well.
And the results were actually pretty amazing. What we found was not only were people reacting differently to the stressors in their life, but they were actually able to achieve the deepest levels of delta sleep, and it was happening within just minutes.
We continued our work on the programs, and a couple of years later, we learned of the horrors of post-traumatic stress disorder in our returning warriors and the high rates of unreported suicide connected with PTSD. We decided to see if we could help, and we created a series of stress reduction, meditation, and sleep programs for them to try. The chief of psychiatry at one of the country's leading VA hospitals put it to use in their outpatient clinic, and soon after made the use of our programs mandatory for everyone in the inpatient PTSD ward as well.
One study by the United States Army's Institute of Surgical Research found that mood states among deployed personnel were improved by 97% after listening to our programs.
These researches proved that the programs had broken the bonds of normal pharmacological protocols and confirmed that we had products that were capable of getting sometimes better results than traditional protocols without any negative side effects.
All of our products have evolved over the years, but we're particularly proud of our latest evolution, which is a controller that operates our vibroacoustic wellness system and was developed by our in-house biomedical engineer.
The next generation Satori chair is truly a marvel. It's crafted from highest quality materials, the sound transducers are synchronized with the audio therapy, and the system does the rest. Now, we're in hospitals, spas like Ritz-Carlton and Four Seasons, and have created custom chairs for luxury mega yachts and private homes in some of the most exotic locations. We're grateful for the reception that our products have had in the clinical market and the high-end market. But our greatest goal is to allow the technology to be used by the people that need it the most. The people that are struggling with everyday stress and anxiety. You know, the legend is true about Eureka Springs. There really are healing powers that come from this amazing mountain.